I'm
you
taller
have a box
than you.
around your. I can see.
Yeah.
I can see sky above
We're blazing new paths here because you're filming
trying to
me
get-
for once.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, I've got it all.
Okay.
Just trust me. I need you
All
to
right.
just go with me. I think there are mixed feelings, mixed emotions about this grill, the front. I had some friends that were like, oh, that's not cute. I happen to really like it because I think it looks tough. I am big on looking tough, not looking like a wimpy little car. So I think the front looks tough. Do you like that?
I don't love it. I think
like
it's better than the old Palisade.
I
The
like
old
it.
Palisade was hideous.
It was not good.
No.
I like it. So I really love the front. I really do like the way the side looks. You know, I'm big on the side profile. I like the way it looks. Hyundai, I hate this color. Like, delete it from here. It's so ugly.
Maroon
Whatever
is
this,
not great.
it's not. Well, it's like a real purpley kind of. I don't like it at all.
It's like an
so,
eggplant.
Sorry, it is just eggplant. Is that what it's called?
I don't
Because
know.
that's
I don't
like
think
what
they
it
want
looks
to
like.
call it eggplant.
Well, whatever it's called.
Sorry, Hyundai.
What is it called?
It's
We
called
need to tell
not
the people
eggplant.
so they don't get it.
Yeah.
Don't get this color. But I think it would look like really good. I love blacks and dark grays and things like that. So I think it would look really good in that. But I like it. I like the front end. I like the side. I'm trying to get the car and you in
Okay.
there.
The Palisade, if you didn't know, has been redesigned for this year. The previous one was not the best looking, and this one is better. You like it more than me. I think it's
aimed for me, not you.
right.
So.
It's a little busy. It looks kind of like a men's shaver or something like that.
That
in the
doesn't make
front,
any sense
or,
at all.
You know, well, it's a little bit busy in the front end. We'll say that. Now the headlights right here. This vertical like thing with the running lights is cool, and these actually light up as well, which is nice. And then these are your actual headlights.
Oh, I
down
forgot
here.
the inside's purple.
So yeah, it has purple ambient
Yeah,
lighting.
that's
We'll get
cool.
to that. We'll get to that.
Okay, I
Don't-
forgot
don't
about
jump
it.
ahead.
I forgot about
So I mean, the styling is not bad.
I like the back. Do you?
Yeah, it's okay.
What's okay about it?
I mean, it's just kind of boring.
You're boring, but we keep you around. I don't hate the back. It is a little boring, but I feel like the front makes up for it. And the side I really like, so I like it. Can I open it?
Yeah.
And you know what it does have? Automatic openers.
Well, I would hope
Automatic.
for $53,000.
Automatic opener. Do you have the...
It's because the key is in my pocket. Okay, so technically that wasn't your
It
fault.
was not my fault. Now we'll try that again. Automatic opener. It does. It's like it was in my hand like magic. Look at that. Oh, and all the stuff's back here, but I can't. Okay, hang on. But we can do the seat. There's buttons on the inside here that will close and open the third row for you. Like, look at that. And then the headrest goes. Isn't that fun? Do a lot of cars do that?
Nice ones.
Yeah, because that, and then look how much space you have back here. Like, we could, you know, I usually climb in. I could obviously fit in here, like, with 5 of my closest friends. So I like the space. Like I said, the third row up, I mean, like, I'm not even gonna show you because I won't be able to fit back there. It's real tiny. But I feel like if you want this car, you're not really wanting a third row, right?
No, I think that's exactly why people buy this car.
Because they do want a third row?
Yes.
Okay, but the third row is very tiny people.
Well, they have very tiny children.
But if you have very tiny children, I feel like you want more. Anyway, I don't know.
People our age can't afford Suburbans anymore.
So you would buy this because
Yeah, we can't. We could not afford it. If we had, we would not be able to afford a Suburban now.
Yeah, but I don't have very tiny people.
When we did have tiny children,
Okay,
we couldn't
but-
afford a Suburban.
But
This is
for
all people have.
For people like us with bigger people who don't have to be like
Bigger
in the
people,
back
as
seat.
in children.
Yeah, but they're both bigger than me. So with bigger people, that we would never need, like we don't go to the beach with a bunch of beach toys and pack and plays and all that kind of stuff. So like we would easily put this back row down, never really need much more than this. So if you're in my demographic, buy it, but not in this eggplant color. Sorry.
The box is on my face. That's
Yes.
the metric that we use.
That's what you told me.
This is pro level talk here.
I'm not a cameraman.
Yeah,
Go.
Joe Rady's wife is his camerawoman. He's probably like, box on my face. But the cargo space, you know, it definitely has a lot of space. I know that you said like it's not as huge as a Suburban or a Tahoe or something
Well,
like
obviously.
that. But what is impressive is that behind the third row you have 18 cubic feet, which in this segment of vehicle is pretty good. And then behind the second row you have 46 cubic feet, which is...
How do you remember all that stuff?
Well, I wrote it down on my phone in case unless I forgot.
But you didn't.
know. Well, that's what I was doing before we left the house. Anyway.
Studying? Okay,
Yeah, I had
sorry,
to study.
sorry.
I have to study.
I would remember those numbers 5
These
seconds
guys
after
just
I read
remember it all. I use a script. I'm a fraud. I use a script. But
Okay.
46 cubic feet behind the second row is good, but it's kind of like average in the class. I mean, it's around the same size as a Highlander, around the same size as a Subaru Ascent. So it's not like giving you more, you know, for its size. Obviously, it's trying to sell itself on options, but compared to those, no,
what are you not doing?
Lost my train of thought. Well, I'm not used to someone else filming me. I'm used to just stopping it and just redoing all the takes. But what I'm saying is, compared to those other cars, it's not giving you more or less. It's average. So the selling point of the Hyundai Palisade is not going to be in volume, but it's probably good enough. Except for you, you didn't think it was good
Look,
enough.
I'm zooming in and out for like artistic effect.
Technically, that's a dolly in and out. It's not a zoom.
Okay, I'm dollying in and out.
There you go. It's Martin Scorsese over here, everyone. So we just noticed when I popped the hood that it has struts, which is nice at this price point. I mean, Hyundai's a mainstream brand. So it's got a 292 horsepower V6 connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and this one has H-Track all-wheel drive. So all you northerners can feel safe in your northern climate. We can't relate, us southerners down here in Atlanta, although it's been unseasonably cold this
Okay,
spring.
this isn't a weather video.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought
Talk about the weather.
Northerners, right? Northerners. Just kidding, Northerners. But the engine has good power. It actually has surprisingly good power. On paper, with like 262 pound-feet of torque, I think it has, it doesn't sound super powerful, but it makes the most of it. And the 8-speed automatic is incredibly smooth. I mean, wouldn't you say that it's incredibly smooth?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I think it's
like it.
really good. Like, it's a really good powertrain. It gets decent fuel economy. We're probably about in the low to mid 20s, which isn't bad for a big SUV. So I don't have any complaints about the powertrain. But we will talk about the way this thing drives. I'll let you go first.
Okay, so we're in the Hyundai Palisade.
Calligraphy.
What does that mean?
It's the highest trim.
Oh, you didn't tell me it had a name. That why it looks fancy?
It does.
Okay, well, get the calligraphy. So when I first sat in the car, I told him I wanted this car. And then he says that I can't keep saying that because I'm going to lose credibility. But I said,
Credibility gone.
when you drive a 2012 Suburban, you want to keep all of the cars.
Well,
so
this is true.
Those are facts. But I really do love this car. So I'm not going to lie, I am a big Kia Telluride fan. And this is supposed to be the fancier version. Is that what you said?
Yeah, the more luxurious.
More
looking.
luxurious.
Yeah.
And I think they did a really good job. I really love it. It drives well. It's got all the bells and whistles. Literally. That you could ever possibly, like, does it have a heads-up display? Yes. Does it have a parking camera? Yes. Does the back open for you? Yes. Do the seats open at the touch of a button? Absolutely.
Do the seats open?
The bags, can they open and close at the touch of a button?
You mean do they
Yes.
raise and lower at
Open and close, whatever. At the touch
It's
of
a
a button,
little
yes.
confusing.
When you turn the blinker on, does it have the little camera here that shows me what the curb looks like? Yes. So I can't even, if you want it, it is there. Can the cup holders move so that the space can be made bigger? Yes. Does it fit the Stanley? Yes. Are the buttons just like little pressy guys that are easy for me to work? Absolutely.
This is the whole review. It's just you saying things it has.
Yeah, because that's important for you to know if you want to buy a vehicle, because sometimes I get upset when I get in a car and I'm like, oh, it looks fancy, it should have all the things, and it doesn't indeed have all the things. This one has all the things. So if you are like me and you drive a 2012 Suburban and you want an upgrade.
It's narrowed our audience way down.
Okay, if you're like me.
They're all like, we don't have that crappy car.
If you are like, hey, she's done me well for a lot of years. If you like all the bells and whistles and all the cameras and all the things, like, this will do it for you. Now, so my friend who drives a van and wants a new car, got in here the other day and she was like, it's kind of small. The back row is small, the third row is small. Okay, this is not the car. Like, it has a third row. It's very tiny. Only very tiny people can fit back there.
Well, to be fair, it's the same size as most 3-row SUVs.
No, like in the Suburban, his dad drove to Disney in the back of our Suburban,
yes,
the third row,
This is not
like
a
6 hours.
Suburban competitor.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. If you want an actual usable third row, not this car. But if you fold the third row down, you have a lot of the captain's chairs, are like super nice, have a lot of room, and then you have a lot of cargo space without the third row. But man, I just love it. I think it drives well. He doesn't love it, but
It's a little too soft.
it's a little.
We'll
too
get
soft.
into that.
Um,
How about we get into it right now? It's called a slate.
A slate,
yeah.
a slate, I would say.
Yeah. Scene one.
Scene
Take one.
Action.
So there's a lot of good stuff in the way that the Palisade drives. The steering's nice enough, you know, you're not going for a lot of feel here, but it's responsive. The throttle and brake are really good. The brake is progressive. It doesn't have any of that grabbiness that you don't like. You don't like when brakes are grabby. So the, you know, kind of driver interfaces are really good. My biggest complaint that we disagree on is that I feel like the ride is a bit on the soft side, as in too soft. I really don't like this, and you guys that have been with me for a while know I really don't like vehicles that have sort of a floaty ride that never quite settle down. On the highways, it's fine. It's smooth, it's comfy.
Like I'm cutting your head off.
Seats are great. Well,
Sorry.
try not to cut my head off.
I'm trying not to, you're really tall.
Yeah, but...
Okay. No, don't
The seats are great and it drives really well. I'm a tiny person.
Cut that out of the video? That was the best part of the video.
No, that was literally the worst.
So the seats are very comfortable, but it on roads like this, on the back roads, if you're kind of moving, you know, at any kind of rate of speed, it just kind of floats around a lot. I felt like the Rock Creek Pathfinder, you know, the regular Pathfinder, that was a complaint of mine. The Rock Creek seemed to dial it in a little bit better, but I feel like the Toyota Highlander actually had a better balance between soft and controlled. I know you don't agree with that. I know you don't agree. Some people like a soft ride. If you like a soft ride and you want your SUV to cushion you, but for me, it's just a little too soft.
But most people don't care that much.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Husbands everywhere have to drive their wives' cars from time to time.
We disagree.
Unless, of course, you know, no bias. I mean, maybe the husbands like the soft ride, and the wife likes the firmer Germanic sporty ride.
Yeah. I like a sporty ride, but I don't hate this.
Okay.
I think it drives. I don't think it's too soft. I like it. It's. I mean, I see what you're saying. It's like a little. Do I turn here?
Yeah, well,
I feel like I have to say that every video that I don't need your sass.
well, because once a video, you almost kill us.
would
Just
you-
kidding, Hyundai. We
I
were
was
fine.
gonna say.
We were totally
literally,
fine.
no.
She's a responsible driver.
I like the way it drives. He says it's bouncy. I like it.
Well, we're on the handling road in the bouncy part. You see what I'm saying?
It is. I mean, you can probably see me bouncing on the camera, right? I mean, it's a little bouncy, but I don't hate it. It's nothing that I would be like, oh, I can't buy that car. I think it drives well. I like the steering and the brakes, and
those are fun.
they're very responsive. I like the way all that feels. I like the way it drives. Don't listen to Mr. It's too soft.
As the camera
it's
goes
great.
bouncing around.
But when you're driving it, it doesn't feel like that. So I like it. Don't listen to this guy. What does he know? What does he know? He's just a car expert. What does he know? I'm the one who
car
actually.
expert. You upgraded me to car expert.
Well, I mean, you literally know everything about every car that was ever made. So. All the bells and whistles I love. I like the steering wheel. I like the infotainment. I like the dash. You said you thought it was a little boring, right?
I mean, it's okay.
It's okay. I like it. I love these buttons here. Like super easy to use, super user friendly. I really like that. There's no weird thing to push. There's no buttons that, remember like the last car, I couldn't figure out a button to reverse. I like that. I don't love that the parking, what do you call it, a parking assist camera?
The surround view camera.
The surround view camera. I don't like that it's way over here. Like when my cup is here, I have to kind of like it seems like,
Yeah,
why
it's
is
on the
it?
opposite
Yeah,
side.
like why is it over there with the passenger?
In case your passenger one.
And this giant auto hold button, like what does that even do? Do people use that? It's taking up a lot of space. I feel like the camera should be here, put the auto hold over there because no one even knows what that is. At least I don't. Also, which I don't really understand this, Hyundai, but there's no wireless CarPlay. So my kid and I got in the car the other day. We didn't have a cord with us, and we couldn't listen to Taylor Swift in the car because we couldn't hook up to Apple CarPlay because we did not have a connection.
And neither of you was capable of doing Bluetooth.
I don't know that we tried that.
Do you know what Bluetooth is?
Yeah, like wireless connection.
Magic.
So should we have just done Bluetooth?
Well, yes, if you wanted Taylor Swift.
Didn't think about it. Who doesn't want Taylor Swift? But I just feel like there should be wireless Apple CarPlay. Do you think so?
Yeah, at this
Yeah,
price.
yeah. But everything else, that's really my only complaint. I love this car. Buy this car. Hyundai, can I keep this car? But actually, I want to trade it for something that's not eggplant.
I don't really have a lot to add when it comes to the interior because
I did such a good job?
you covered everything. I will say the thing that impresses me the most by far about the Palisade is the quality of the materials and how comprehensively they cover the interior. It's soft touch here. You got this kind of fake, you know, Lexus lined plastic here. It's plastic, but it looks nice.
It doesn't look fake.
You got, I know it doesn't look
What do
fake.
you mean fake plastic?
Well, I mean fake wood. Sorry,
Oh.
it's plastic
I was like,
masquerading
fake.
as, well, like the Lexus has the lines and they're real. This is going for that design. This is real-ish. It's stitched something. It's probably vinyl, but it looks like leather. This feels good. It goes all the way down the door and all the way down the center console.
And my favorite part of the interior.
Oh, your
that you
favorite part of the
forgot to
interior is
mention.
the suede Alcantara headliner. So the materials and the look, the design, the way it mimics a more expensive car is very impressive. And if that's what you want, if you want to stretch your dollar and you want it to spoil you, make you feel richer than you actually are, which is what we are going for in our lives, clearly, then this is a very good option.
I agree. I was shocked when you told me it was only 52. Or 54
yeah,
or whatever.
I mean, it does a good approximation of something you'd find in like a Range Rover or something like that. You know, the materials might not actually be the authentic version of whatever they are pretending to be, but you know what? Honestly, they do a good enough job. 9 times out of 10, no one can tell the difference anyway. People that could afford a Range Rover couldn't tell the difference. They're gonna tell you they can, but they can't.
What are you doing with your eyebrows? It's like dramatic effect. Moving them up and down.
Yes.
It's very dramatic. A couple other things that this car does that I think are lovely. When you're at a stoplight, and you know how sometimes you're like not paying attention? Not me, but like other people.
We always pay attention.
When the car in front of you is driving away, and then
Never on
you're
your
like
phone.
the idiot, or the butthead the idiot. Can I say this word? You're the bad driver.
Keep the channel clean with all of your poopy pants language.
You're the bad driver that is keeping everybody
Big
from.
dummy poopy pants.
Can you let me talk? That's keeping everybody from making the green light, you know, and then they're honking at you. When the car in front of you drives away. No, because this is so cool. When the car in front of you drives away, there's a little ding ding, and then it says the lead car is pulling away. The first time it did it, I was like, what is that sound? And then I was like, oh my gosh.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but all Hyundais do that, even
What?
the cheap ones.
Okay, well good job, Hyundai. And, it literally just happened. We're driving and it goes, there's a speed camera up ahead. Speed limit is 45 miles an hour. Like it was warning.
Yeah, and then it beeps at you incessantly like the Genesis that we had, remember?
I don't remember that being a problem. I love being warned about things that could cause me.
Because you're a rule follower.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Don't run
good job.
over the school children.
Just more bells and whistles. I love it. So let's get in the back. I think it's pretty comfortable. I mean, the seats are nice and cushy. I love this leather. Is this part of the what'd you call it? The fancy package?
Yeah, I think the calligraphy has better
I
leather.
think you need to be a professional.
Better leather.
You need to be a professional. It's very comfortable back here. I think you could drive for a long time. It's not hugely, is it? Like, I'm thinking it's back as far as I'll go.
Well, that's because that rolled back.
Oh, that's right. Just what I said it did, and I forgot about it. This seat comes back for the driver to get in, but then it'll go up. This would be like for someone who's 7'5", right? To drive.
7'5".
Yeah, they could totally fit right there like
Yeah,
that.
in case Shaq needs an SUV.
Yeah, so if Shaq was driving, I could still fit back here
I
behind
don't
him.
think he buys Hyundais.
You never know. Maybe he's like a regular, wants to be like a regular kind of guy. But I love the back. It's got the cup holders, have we talked about the suede?
Yeah.
It has suede here and here that's
You
like
the suede.
very nice.
The headliner.
The headliner. I love a suede headliner. And it looks like very nice and fancy and not like fake or whatever. Is it fake suede? Is there a thing as fake suede?
Well, yeah, it's Alcantara.
Alcantara. Well, I love the Alcantara headliner. And I mean, I just love it.
It's heated and cool
lots
too.
of 3 cup holders back here for each side person and 2 in the back. Whoa, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11, 12 cup holders in this car. At least. I probably missed some. Ooh, these seats are heated and cooled?
Yeah, heated and cool.
Well, that is.
And the
kids
third
will
row's
love
heated.
that. Why not cooled?
I think there's a limit.
There's a limit to what?
Do your tiny tots need cooled seats?
in their your
Yeah.
tiny tots. No, but your tiny tots might complain if they were hot. But they're probably not going to.
Wait,
No.
that doesn't. You have that backwards.
Oh,
They complain if they're cold.
so maybe tiny tots
It's
do
just
need cooled
to say
seats.
they can. Let's be honest.
Okay. Yeah. But no, I like it, and I love the double sunroof.
Yeah,
I
it's
actually
nice.
like the double sunroof instead of the one big sunroof. Do you?
Yeah, I actually kind of do, really.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and it's got
Peasant blockers.
peasant.
What up,
is
straight
the funniest
pipes?
thing? It's a sunshade.
I know.
Peasant
This
blockers.
is straight pipes comment.
We've talked about the straight pipes before. I like the sunshades. So yeah, I love this car. I would totally buy it. And the price?
All right, so you have been driving this more this week. You've been driving a lot more than I have. So in terms of summary, I don't really have a whole lot to add or to sum up that we haven't already covered. I think the
what could be better
Palisade-
than the Megan moment?
I mean, this could be
What is
before
this
the
gonna
mega
be?
moment. The
The
editing
Jack-
magic. This
the
could-
Jack crap?
What? That's not even like
doesn't even
alliterative or rhyming or anything like that. So there's not a lot more to get into. The Calligraphy Palisade at fully loaded at 53 with all-wheel drive and all the bells and whistles is a pretty good value. I could get over the way that it looks to be spoiled a little bit. Obviously, it's a highly competitive class. Now, I would say I want to
What's
get...
its biggest competition?
Well, the brand new Honda Pilot. I really want you to get behind the wheel of that. And also the upcoming Toyota Grand Highlander. The Grand Highlander is one of the most interesting vehicles in this segment coming up because it is
interesting
gigantic.
in the world.
Well, the most interesting SUV,
in the
world. In the world. That's Clarkson right there. In the world. But the Grand Highlander has sort of the practicality of the crossover SUV, the styling of a little bit more rugged SUV, and the size of something more like a Tahoe. It's quite large, or at least it's going to be. So I really want to get you behind the wheel of that because I think that would be an alternative that you would be interested in that kind of bridges the gap between crossover SUV like this and full-size SUV like a Tahoe or a Suburban. But you definitely wouldn't be disappointed with a Palisade, especially in calligraphy trim, except for the ride, but we disagree about that.
We do. I like it. Okay, so in summary, I still need to call this something. The Megan Minute.
Megan moment.
The Megan moment. I
We'll have
don't
a
know.
little,
Those are kind of
little thing up here at the bottom of the screen right here.
Yeah.
Megan
Megan's moment.
End it like Jerry
thoughts.
Springer. Take care of yourself and each other. R.I.P. He just
yeah.
died. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that is sad.
R.I.P. Jerry Springer.
Okay, so
This review's getting weird.
well, you're the one who brought up Jerry Springer.
Sorry.
All right. The outside, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. The eggplant really throws me off. I know that you don't have to get an eggplant, but it's just kind of throwing me off. And then the back, like you said, it is a little boring. And maybe the front end for some people, it's a little much. I like it, but I can see it could be polarizing. The inside, 9.5 out of 10. You want to know why I took off the 0.5?
CarPlay?
No.
Oh.
Where that parking assist button is.
Oh, okay.
Because I like that camera and it is way far away.
So you
and-
don't mind the CarPlay, but that parking assist
Well,
button.
because I'll just bring a cord. If you
Right.
know you need a cord, you can bring a cord. It's not that
Yeah,
big of a deal.
true.
I usually have a cord with me. So the parking assist button being on the other side of the car, weird. I don't like that. So that's why I'm giving it a 9.5. You should have guessed that. Or maybe like a 9 because Apple CarPlay, but then the
Our
suede.
relationship is a lie. I didn't know that.
Then the suede brings it back to a 9.5.
Okay.
Because that suede, I mean, I would just sit there and like,
Well, you're supposed to drive, not touch the ceiling.
I mean, like when I'm parked.
Oh.
Just like if you're
Just
in a bad
park
mood
and
or
touch the
something, you can
ceiling?
just rub that suede, make yourself
Is this
feel
why
better.
you're late everywhere?
Because I'm rubbing
'Cause
on
you're
the
just
suede.
rubbing the ceiling
Well,
of a
sometimes
car?
when I'm in my 2012 Suburban, I know I talk about this a lot, but I mean, we got my steering wheel's rubbed off.
You know, if you get a
thing
new
is
car,
cracked,
this whole
my-
channel is over.
It is. Because it's like my whole identity.
Yeah.
The outside it's like not really even black anymore. It's kind of turning like a light brown.
Okay, back to the Palisade.
Okay, I just really want a new car. Overall, like a solid 9 out of 10. I would.
This or the Pathfinder Rock Creek?
Oh, why do you make me do this?
Because we just reviewed that.
If
And
you.
they're seeing this video after that one.
Okay. If you go for a sportier thing, I would go with the Rock Creek. If you like the sleeker, all the bells and whistles, I would go for this one. If I had to make a choice right now as to which one I wanted for me, do I have to buy the eggplant? As long as it doesn't have to be eggplant, I think I would go for this one.
Okay, because the Rock Creek had the roof rack.
I know. I did like that, but what was it missing? All the bells and whistles, right? I'd have to test drive them back to back.
Oh, okay.
To make a decision.
All right,
It's close.
Here we go.
It's close, 'cause-
Nissan versus Hyundai, back-to-back test of the future.
It's close. I do like both of them, but this car is solid. And yeah, it's solid. I just really like it. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. I need a new car. So I'll stop talking about that Suburban.
I was gonna say that needs to be the
I'm just
sign off
saying.
every time.
I'm just saying. Like, subscribe, get me a new car.
Yep. Mama needs a new car.
Mama needs a new car. We should quiz them one time, like have like a little game show.
Well, that could go poorly.
Why? But I think you just like know a little bit about everything. It's kind of annoying. Sorry.
Well,
Okay.
do it again. We don't want you coughing.
Well, I couldn't help it. Just overcame.
Well, you need to be a professional about it. Stifle that cough.